This is Sonny from the band Necrot, and you're burning up to Hellbound.
All right, this is Todd Owens with Hellbound, and we're here tonight at the Eli's in Oakland with all three of the members of Necrot. So go through and maybe say who you are, what you do in the band, and how you doing tonight. I don't know you guys, so.
I'm Chad. I play drums.
My name is Luca. I'm the bass player and vocalist for the band.
Hey, I'm Sonny. I play guitar.
All right, so I guess first I'll just talk briefly about the show tonight. So we're here at Eli's with Exhume. So you guys psyched for the show, or?
Yeah, we're stoked to play again with Exhume.
Hell yeah. And lots of hot sauce, so it's going to be
Spicy.
Yes, very spicy.
Have you guys sampled the hot sauce already, or?
No, but we will. Definitely will.
What?
I tried the apple cinnamon, and it was really tasty.
Yeah.
Say what's the best food for hot sauce, or is there anything?
Oh, bananas, obviously. I think oranges. Hot sauce oranges is my jam.
Breakfast cereal, yeah.
Breakfast cereal.
A certain breakfast cereal? Is there a certain breakfast cereal?
Yeah, like Lucky Charms and habanero.
Lucky Charms and hot sauce. Wow, that's why.
Hot sauce on jalapenos. Jalapenos hot sauce, that's the shit.
It's like
tacos too. Yeah, tacos, cool.
Pizza for sure.
What was I going to say? Okay, so I wanted to go back to. I think it's basically you started the band. Who started the band? You guys.
Me and Chad.
Okay, so what was like the thing that got you guys to say like, hey, we want to start this thing, and you guys are doing chats in a bunch of bands or whatever, but what was the kind of the impetus to start Necrot, and what was your what drove we want to do this?
I mean, Luca had the idea to start Necrot, and he hit me up after we played a show together with our other bands, and got together a couple times, had some practices, and just kind of went from there.
And certain bands that were influencing you that you wanted to kind of
list them.
You can.
I would say like Death, Immolation, Morbid Angel, early Sepultura, definitely. And I mean these four for sure. And then I mean all the spectrum of other death metal bands and on. Also even from other kinds of music. It's like I feel like when you start a band you just get influence from everything you've ever heard and liked in your life.
But you were definitely going for more of an old school kind of sound, right? The death metal bands you mentioned and Sepultura, it's like late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that was definitely the idea and what just come natural for us to do.
I've always felt you guys have a really grave influence on it, so I don't know if that had anything to do with you guys, but that's the one band that I can think that that's kind of encompasses what you guys kind of do.
I would have actually said that if I still remember things when I try to think about them.
If you still remember things. So you guys you've released a couple albums, right? Combined the first three, it was kind of demo or EP, and you put that together, and then about a year ago, I guess you released the album. So where are you at in the recording process? Anything new coming up, or are you just still going with what you got?
I mean, we're just writing new songs right now. We've been on tour for the last 2 years just promoting Blood Offerings. So over the next few months, we're just going to be working on the new album, and then we go on tour later, hitting a bunch of different spots. But label, I mean, we're still planning work with Tank Crimes. Yeah, Scotty's a great guy, so I don't know if anything's going to change on that front, but that's where we're at right now.
Anything you guys want to say on the new stuff? How's it sounding? Or
well, it's all here. So here, little videos of me playing the guitar on my couch on my phone.
So that's where it starts. You just playing.
Basically, if I lose my phone, we're screwed.
Back to scratch or back to square one.
All my riffs, so it's cool.
I wanted to ask you about touring because I know you guys have done some touring in Europe, and how would you compare touring over in Europe as compared to touring over here in the U.S.? Because you guys have done a lot of touring over the last couple of years. So what's the major, maybe same thing or the differences of touring over there and here?
Touring over in Europe is really nice. Most of the venues make you dinner and give you a place to stay. I mean, that's...
You're not sleeping here tonight, I guess.
No, I don't think they'd let us. We might stay at Sonny's house. I think, yeah, there's a party at Sonny's house. It's 619 Apgar Street. There's gonna be a party next week when this video is up. Yeah. Yeah. Of course. Yeah, totally. No, I mean, touring over there and over here is definitely different. I feel like you definitely get treated better in Europe, but I mean, you also get treated well in the States too. It just kind of depends where it's at, like how the venue or how the promoter sees your band and how willing or how far they're willing to go to, like, you know, take care of you.
Well, it's always complicated to talk about Europe as one thing.
Well, you're from Europe,
and
so.
It's also complicated to talk about the United States as one thing, because one thing is playing like in, not saying that anywhere is better, but one thing you're playing in New York, one thing you're playing in Raleigh, North Carolina, one thing you're in Los Angeles, and especially in Europe, one thing you're in Budapest, one thing you're in London, and one thing you're in Italy or Spain.
It's not as simple as just U.S., Europe. There's a little micro.
Also, it's like it depends a lot on like the promoter of the specific show. It depends on like how people react on like on the day of the week. Like there is so many factors that it's so hard to just say like, oh, Europe is better or the United States is better. It's not just like that. It's like every single show, it's
every
a
city
experience. Every city's got its own scene, his own crowd. The way people receives it is different. So it's like, yeah, it would have to be a more specific kind of like, you know.
Well, is there a maybe a favorite place you guys played in Europe, like that was just off the hook or sunny?
Spain was fucking great.
Spain, sure.
There was a couple places in France that were cool. Our show in London was really great. We played a sold-out show with Demolic and Spectral Voice. And
I mean, Germany.
Did you guys play some Italian shows?
Yeah, we did, and they went really well. I feel like Germany overall has got a lot of metalheads. Like, we played this festival in Germany. What was it called? NW? No, Chad, please.
NRW.
NRW. That was cool.
Yeah. NRW is like it's like kind of at a squat, and they had a bunch of death metal bands over 3 days, and we got to play one of those days. It was really fun. I think also another spot in Europe that was really cool was Copenhagen in Denmark when we played Killtown Death Fest. It's probably the highlight of tour for me.
Home of Lars Ulrich.
Hell yeah.
Another question I want to ask is, this is actually, I borrowed this from Mr. Mean Gene over here, is our Desert Island question or whatever. So you're stuck on a desert island. You only got 3 albums you can have with you, right? So, and it could be different tomorrow, right? Gene always says.
Do we have a record play? Like, do we have actually something to play with? Or
well, if you have records, you got a record player, or there's 3 CDs.
Look at the cover.
It's all the art, the music art, the lyrics, or whatever. But
I know the answer to this one. At least 2. I mean, I will bring Death, Human. I will bring Immolation, Down of Possession, and I will bring Morbid Angel, Altars of Madness.
So you're just full on death metal.
Yeah, of course.
You don't want no Zeppelin or Floyd or anything else to mix it up.
No. I don't need that.
All right, Chad, maybe you got some choices.
I gotta think about it.
All right, Sonny.
oh shit, maybe
One thing is you can pick double albums. That's like twice the.
Oh, that's cheating, man.
I don't know, maybe Steely Dan, some Eagles,
Dale.
maybe Dick Dale, yeah. ZZ Top, Tejas, maybe.
All right, and Chad's still thinking.
Oh man. Realm of Chaos by Boltar for sure.
Terrorizer, that's what you will bring.
No, man. I would not bring Terrorizer. Not bring Terrorizer. Yeah, you know, that's it, man. That's because it's too short. Yeah, no, they just said all the albums that I wanted. Shit, dude. How'd you guys know?
I don't know, man.
Fuck, man. Yeah, those are my.
You guys are all on the
albums.
same island, then you're all right.
Man, if we're all on the same island listening to Anal Cunt and Terrorizer, that might go pretty bad. I don't know. And Steely Dan.
Steely Dan, yeah.
Eagles and Anal Cunt, shit.
The Steely Dan when you want to get mellow or whatever. And so you came into the band a little later, Sonny, or whatever. So these guys got it started, and then how did you get involved in the Necrot?
Well, I kept seeing Luca at the bar. We were already friends for a while, and he kept asking me to join the band for about, I don't know, probably about the whole time that you guys started, about a year or so. And I was always busy, and then finally gave me the first demo, and I put it on, and it was fucking raging, and I was like, yeah, I'm down, let's do it.
I guess it was when Saviors moved to LA, you get more time off, you know?
I was still touring a lot when Saviors was in LA, but I had more time to start jamming with these guys, so yeah.
As you guys mentioned Saviors, I'll just ask, is Saviors just a long hiatus, or something else coming up from you guys at some point, or?
We'll call it that for now, yeah.
It's a long hiatus. All right, well, I really appreciate you guys' time. Anything else you want to add before we leave here? But just shout out to hellbound.ca, and anything you wanted to add for anybody watching or listening out there?
Thank you to Scotty and Liz at Earsplit and everybody who came out to the Decibel Tour and set that up, and that was great.
Yeah, you should mention that. See, I'm fucking stoned here. That Decibel Tour was pretty sick, right? Like, I mean, the lineup of the bands that you guys...
I mean, it was like one of the best tours I've ever done, for sure.
They took care of you guys.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's like Scotty from 10 Crimes and Albert at Decibel and, like, I don't know, Greg Wilkinson at Hammer. I feel that these have been the three key people outside of the band that have been doing real good for us. So that's, you know...
They're in it for the metal, right?
Yeah. And, you know, I guess... I mean, fuck.
Maybe a little bit of money, a little bit of money too, but a little bit of money, but mostly the metal. Anything you want to add, Sonny? Or,
I mean, that's all the bases. Yeah, Albert, Greg, Liz from Earsplit, Scotty, Ron from Final Conflict, all our friends and families, and been super supportive, and all the local venues in town, Eli's, Metro, you know, all the cool people, Elbow Room, Matt Shapiro, Justin Ennis. Everybody.
To us, another great experience has been being able to tour with, like, you know, bigger bands than us, but not only bigger bands, those are the bands that actually started this kind of music, like, you know, Morbid Angel, Cannibal Corpse, Suffocation, Exhumed. All these guys have always been so fucking supportive of us, and it's been such a pleasure to, like, Immolation, you know, it's been like such a pleasure to get to meet them and play with them, because we didn't know what to expect, and, you know, you get from them that there is, like, you know, there is a real connection between what we're doing, what they're doing, and what the underground is doing, and what these guys that have been doing it at big levels for so long.
Yeah, some of those bands, like, you mentioned have been doing it for like 20, 30
more years. Yeah, totally. But they're still, like, so excited when they see, like, an underground band like we are doing what they've been doing for so long, and, like, you know, they're just excited and supportive. Which that's been, like, very, very fucking cool. Because right. You never know, you know what I mean? Eventually they'll be like, oh, look at these guys, you're late. Instead they'll always be like, you know, rad. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, well, again, thank you guys. I really appreciate it. Go back a few years with you guys, and it's great to see the success that you've had, because I was blown away from the start. So thank you, and shout out to Hellbound and Mean Gene, yeah, and Chad, Luke, and Sonny, man, yeah.
This is Luca from Necrot, and this is fucking Sonny, and you're burning up on Hellbound. You're burning up. You're burning up. You are burning up. You're burning.